Hello everybody and welcome to another video, and today we're going to be looking at a band I have heard before. Now we're looking at the band Avatar. Now several years ago there was a big boom for this band. You know, they became very popular a couple of years back, and everybody was listening to them. And I did actually listen to some of their music at that point, so I am familiar with the sound of the band. I have heard some of their music before. There's a chance that I've heard this track, but I can't be sure, because I did listen to a bunch of their songs. I can't remember if it was before I started doing this or not long after I started doing this. I did actually listen to them, but I never actually covered them. I've never actually covered them on this channel. We're going to be looking at a track called Hail the Apocalypse. Now, like I said, there is a chance I have heard this before, but I don't know. But like I said, I have heard the band before, I have heard of the band before, but I don't know anything about the band, so I looked them up. And it says Avatar is a Swedish heavy metal band formed in Gothenburg in 2001. It does give the town and or city that they were from, but I'm not even going to try and pronounce it for the sake of my embarrassment and people from Sweden who might sit there and cringe at my horrible pronunciation. Anyway, the band has released 9 studio albums, the most recent being Dance Devil Dance in 2023. The band has had some success on the US rock radio, notably their song New Land, which peaked at number 20 on the Billboard Mainstream Rock Songs chart in 2017. And The Dirt I'm Buried In peaking at number 1 of the same chart in August 2023, making it the song with the longest journey to reach number 1 in the last 20 years. So there you go. There's a whole lot more, but I'm not going to go whittering on through all that. So like I said, we're going to be looking at Hail the Apocalypse, and like I said, there is a chance I've heard this, but I'm not entirely sure. So we'll jump straight into it, but before we get to that, if you could like and subscribe, that would really be helpful. You know, if you haven't subscribed already, it really would be helpful to me, and it really would help the channel. You know, I've been doing this for about 5 or 6 years now, and you know, not even 2% of people watching my videos are actually subscribed. So, you know, if you could like and subscribe, it would be much appreciated. But anyway, let's jump into this and see what we've got. So, Hail the Apocalypse by Avatar. Let's have a look.
Such a
But there you go. Hail the Apocalypse by Avatar. Now, like I said, there is a chance I've heard that before, but it's been so long that I don't remember. Because, like I said, I have heard the band. I have heard some of their music before, so there is a chance I've heard that one before. But like I said, it's so long ago, I don't remember. I do like it. It's entertaining, but it's nothing groundbreaking. I like some of the rhythms they've used throughout that song, because it's very, very unusual. It's like they change it up quite a lot throughout the track. The makeup on the main guy, is he trying to be the Crow or is he trying to be Alice Cooper? Who knows? Nothing against him though. I mean, you know, everybody tries to do like unique makeup when they do things like that, and somehow it always ends up looking like someone else's, no matter what you do. But anyway, like I said, pretty decent. I like it. You know, it's quite chunky riffs going on in there. You know, you got some quite light, higher pitched sort of riffs going on in there, but the bass of it is like really quite heavy, really quite chunky, and I quite like the sound of it. And you know, it's one of those bands where you can hear the bass, and I've mentioned many times that I love the sound of bass guitars, and I think they are one of the most underused and underappreciated instruments in a band, because you know, more often than not in the mix, the bass will sort of get hidden. You know, you won't hear it as much as everything else, but you would notice it if it wasn't there. Just look at Metallica's Justice for All. So yeah, I mean, the song itself, like I said, I quite like it. You know, it's like I say, it's nothing groundbreaking, it's nothing special, nothing that gets me like, ooh, excited. You know, it's nothing that makes me think, wow, this is the next big thing. So, like I said, you know, there was a big boom for this band several years ago, and while I like the music, I can't understand why there was such a big boom for them. Maybe it was groundbreaking at the time, I don't know. But, you know, I like it. You know, maybe this isn't the best example of their music, I don't know, but this was suggested by one of the people, you know, one of the viewers of this channel, so of course I'm going to have a look at it. Now, the actual song itself, Hail the Apocalypse, and that is pretty much what the song's about. Hail the Apocalypse. You know, just the apocalypse is coming, deal with it, enjoy it if you can, sort of thing. That's basically what it seems to be saying. As it goes, there's a storm headed our way, all that's been will be gone. All your cities will sink into the ocean. You run away like cattle, but you cannot flee the battle. Wipe your ass, it's time to put on your war paint. Throw a spear, let your hatred fly. Throw a spear, let your hatred fly. The desert is my prophet as our lives end by the minute. Stand up straight and fucking put on your war paint. So, those first couple of lines, there's a storm headed our way, all that's been will be gone. So, you know, the apocalypse is coming. Everything that we've made, everything we've worked hard for, everything you own is going to be destroyed. You know, everything is just going to get completely leveled, it's going to be flattened, it's all going to be gone. Deal with it. All your cities will sink into the ocean, pretty much the same thing. You run away like cattle, but you cannot flee the battle. So, you know, Armageddon, the apocalypse, whatever you want to call it, is coming. The end of the world is coming. You know, the great extinction is coming, and you can try and flee from it, but you're not going to escape. You know, it's going to catch up to you. You're done for no matter what you do. You know, you can try and hide in your bunkers, you can try and run away, what have you. You're not going to outrun the apocalypse. It's just not possible. So, you know, you run away like cattle, but you can't flee the battle. So, you know, you can try and put it off for as long as you can, but you're never going to get away from it. So wipe your ass, it's time to put on your war paint. Throw a spear, let your hatred fly. So that sounds like the end of the world is coming. You know, the ultimate in chaos is going to descend upon this earth. So enjoy it while you can. You know, if you've got any pent-up aggression, if you've got any pent-up anger, let it go. Just go crazy with it, you know, because, you know, what's going to happen? You know, everybody's going to die anyway, so you might as well fuck shit up whilst you're at it. Basically seems to be what it says. The desert is my prophet. I'm not sure what that is. as our lives end by the minute. And it says, stand up straight and fucking put on your war paint. So it's just like, come on, get on with it. Then it goes into a pre-chorus. Says, time to die, hammer high, name your price and hail the apocalypse. Excuse me. So yeah, time to die, hammer high, name your price. You know, it doesn't matter what you do, it's time to die. Then it goes into the chorus. All flesh is equal when burned. We are forgiven. Forgive us. We shall never learn. Get down. Hail the apocalypse. So all flesh is equal when burned. This is something I've said many times, especially when we're talking about when I've spoken about greed and, you know, rich people versus poor people. You know, it doesn't matter how rich you are, doesn't matter how poor you are. When you die, you're all the same. You know, there's nothing special about you as an actual entity. You know, you are exactly the same as those people you look down upon, or you are exactly the same as those people you look up to. Everybody is equal in the end. We're all blood, we're all flesh, we're all bone. You know, that's it. The only thing that differentiates is the way that our life paths as we live go. But at the end of the day, doesn't matter how rich you are, you can't take it with you. You're still going to be mulch. And there's that line, forgive us, we never shall learn. And again, this is one of those things, it's like, we keep making mistakes. We make the same mistakes over and over again. Mankind makes the same mistakes over and over again, and they never fucking learn. And there are some people who just refuse to learn. Like, there's all these people that are furious and angry and aggressive over people trying to save the planet. What the fuck is wrong with you people? You know, we need oil, we need coal, we need all these things that are polluting the planet, that are killing the planet that you live on. And then there's these people who are saying, well, if we don't use that stuff, the planet will last longer and we'll be able to survive on it longer. How are you mad at people for trying to make where you live better and nicer? What is wrong with you people? You know, and all these people that are like, I'm never going to get an electric car. I want my bloody diesel car that pumps out poisonous fumes, that kills animals and gives people lung cancer, over a car which, yes, would still produce some of those chemicals, but not to the same volume, thus making it a much cleaner, safer world to live in. Why are you mad at this? You know, why does it make you so angry? Why are you so opposed to it? You know, people keep making this same mistake. You know, we try and make the world a better place. We want the world to be somewhere nice to live. We want it to carry on for future generations. We want our children to have a nice place to live. But we keep going back and doing the same stupid things. You know, forgive us, we shall never learn, because we keep doing the same dumb shit. And hail the apocalypse. So again, yay, the apocalypse is coming, let's have fun. Once you built, now you run away, the world is coming down. Leave your mark upon the graves of your stillborn. Just wrap it up in plastic. Isn't killing things fantastic? Fuck your greed, come on and put on your war paint. Then it goes back into that chorus. Die, hammer high, name your price and kneel, hail the apocalypse. All flesh is equal when burned. We are forgiven. Forgive us, we shall never learn. Get down, hail the apocalypse. But there's those lines there, you know, once you built, now you run away, the world is coming down. So, you know, once you created something, once you made something, once you had something tangible, and now that it's all coming down around your ears, you run away. Leave your mark upon the graves of your stillborn. This line here, just wrap it up in plastic, isn't killing things fantastic? Again, this is this is like what I was saying before about the people who seem to think that polluting the planet is the best course of action. You know, these people that are like, I'm going to throw plastic bags into the ocean, I'm going to get angry at people who want to clean the oceans, you know, because plastic is a man-made product and it doesn't degrade. Yet we still insist on I mean, okay, we're doing a lot better now, we're moving away from plastics, and of course we can do a lot of recycling with plastics, but it still doesn't stop these slobbish, vile people who think that it's okay to just throw their shit wherever they want to, you know, just tossing it into the grass or throwing it into bushes and shit like that. You know, it doesn't stop that, you know, and they don't give a shit about the wildlife that this affects. And what they don't realise is wildlife greatly affects us. You know, like these people using pesticides on bees. You know, if you kill the bees can't pollinate plants, plants can't procreate. Plants are vital for our existence, whether you eat them or not. You know, plants convert carbon dioxide into oxygen, which we need to breathe. You know, so using all these sort of poisonous chemicals, throwing plastics around where animals can choke on it, it affects the ecosystem, which in return affects us. It makes things harder for us, you know. And all these stupid dickheads who are getting angry at like sustainable fuels or sustainable food sources such as vegan foods. You know, people get angry at vegan food, for fuck's sake. What is wrong with you people? You know, if they keep throwing around plastic and using all these chemicals, there's not going to be any meat for you fuckers to eat, because you're going to have killed them all, poisoning them with your chemicals and your plastic. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't, you know, I drive a petrol car, you know, I don't eat meat because I can't. But, you know, I use things like deodorant and chemicals to clean the house and stuff like that. So obviously, you know, I'm not like 100% innocent in this. But I'm not sitting there arguing that using coal and like oil and nuclear power is better than trying to do something to keep the planet clean, you know. Anyway, and then it goes, fuck your greed, come on and put on your war paint. Again, fuck your greed. This is, again, a lot of these people that are arguing for things like nuclear fuel and coal and, you know, fossil fuels. People that are wanting to keep using these are the greedy rich fuckers who are making shitloads of money off this. It's because they can't tax natural things, you know, so they want, well, I mean, I suppose coal and oil are technically natural things, but you know what I mean. You know, it's the greedy people that are the ones fucking up the planet, because they're like, well, I'm not going to be here forever, so I might as well enjoy the world as it is, and I'm going to make as much money as I can whilst I'm here, because I'm a stuck-up, pretentious turd burglar, and I think that earning lots of money somehow makes me better than everybody else. You know, so it's like, you know, fuck your greed. You're not important. When you die, you die. You're just a slab of rotting meat when you die. You know. And, you know, like it says in the chorus, all flesh is equal, we're burned. Then it goes into the bridge. It says, all the lawns are sworn to obey, I take it back. And again, you know, this is all these people, you know, people tend to find God when they're in desperate situations. You know, there are some people that do, for some unknown reason, believe in the magical Skyman. But there's all these people that only turn to God when they want something, or people who turn to God when it suits them. You know, like say they become ill, or someone they really love and care about turns ill. Then suddenly they believe in God and start praying to it. But you know, throughout the rest of their life they don't bother. You know, it's like, shall we go to church on Sunday? Nah, let's not. It's boring. But I'm a Christian, really. But then as soon as something comes up that might make their life a little bit complicated, suddenly they're very religious. But he's saying, like, to all the lords I've sworn to obey, I take it back. So it's like, you know, I've spent my life pledging fealty to you, that I might be chosen, that I might be someone special, that I might gain my space in heaven, that you might pay favour to me, that you might look upon me and, you know, treat me differently than everybody else. And, you know, here comes the end of the world and you're like, well, shit, all that praying did absolutely fuck all. I wasted my life. And that's what he's saying, you know. In the end, when the apocalypse comes, you're going to realise that praying to the magical Skyman did absolutely nothing. You're just going to end up a burnt pile of fuck. And then it goes into a rather groovy guitar solo. Then it goes back to, all the lords I've sworn to obey, I take it back. Hail the apocalypse. All flesh is equal when burned. We are forgiven. Forgive us, we shall never learn. Get down. Hail the apocalypse. Ba-boom. And that's it. So, yeah. I mean, some quite interesting messages in that song, and I did get a little bit carried away with some of them, I will admit. But, you know, there are so many things that just, it boggles my mind. I've often thought about just posting massive rants about things like this, because so many people just say such stupid things. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about here. So, you know, I like the song. I like what it's saying. It's like, you know, when the apocalypse comes, it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter how important you think you are, how rich you are, it doesn't matter. In the end, we're all fucked. So when it comes, you might as well just fucking enjoy it. Just embrace it. Just deal with it. You know, that's basically what he's saying. So like I said, I quite like the song, but like I said, nothing about this band invigorates me. You know, this band doesn't thrill me. I could quite happily sit and listen to it, yes, but it's not something that sort of gets my blood pumping. It's not something like, yes, I want to hear more of this band. This band is excellent. It doesn't make me feel like that. It's just like, yeah, it's alright. I could quite happily listen to it, and that's about it. But like I said, this could also not be the finest example of their music. You know, there might be other songs out there that might really get your blood pumping. There might be other tracks out there that really get you excited to listen to the band. I don't know. But like I said, I like the song. I think it's alright. Yeah, decent. But I don't know what else I can say about that, so I'll just leave that as it is. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because it really, really would help the channel out. You know, it doesn't cost you anything. It takes a fraction of a second, and it does make the biggest difference to the channel. But yeah, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.